What is good, racing world? This is Matt Dobbs, aka Mr. Matt Racing, here to bring you the first installment of Time Trial Tuesday. Now, Time Trial Tuesday is recapping all the weekend's events in the NASCAR world, from the Craftsman Truck Series to the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and of course, to the NASCAR Cup Series. This week, we will be going over the second race of the season, which took place at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Now, with the way the weekend transpired, there's definitely a lot to talk about. Starting off, we have the Craftsman Truck Series. Kyle Busch, soon to be first ballot Hall of Famer, made his first of 8 starts in the series this season. And he went out there and he made a late race pass and took home his 3rd straight Atlanta trophy in the series. But it wasn't who won the race that had people talking. It was the way NASCAR handled the finish of the race. NASCAR decided to shorten the race by 10 laps. They called adverse conditions, but there was no weather issues, and there was no issues with the track itself. They have lights over there. Their excuse was to give the CW network their proper TV time. I don't understand that one. In further detail, NASCAR told the truck teams this race needs to be finished by 4:20 Eastern time, and if it's not finished by then the next time you cross the stripe, there will be 2 laps to go. The race was taking place on Fox Sports 1, whereas the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series is run on the CW network. The thing is, why should we shorten the product to make way for another product? You're taking away from the fans like that. Sure, 10 laps doesn't sound like a lot, but at a place like Atlanta, you never know what can happen in 10 laps. Not to mention that the TV deal that was made after the 2024 season to include the CW network, that should have been handled a lot better. At that point, either start the truck race sooner or move the O'Reilly Auto Parts race to make it a strictly night race. See, at that point, NASCAR is never going to return to the roots of popularity it once had 20 to 25 years ago if TV marketing is going to go this route. The racing itself was great, action throughout the pack. It's just NASCAR fumbled the bag with this one. Now moving on to the O'Reilly Auto Parts race. Once again, Austin Hill in a position to win on a drafting track. Might as well say it's like Shane Van Gisbergen being in position to win on a road course, or even Connor Zilisch. Hill had to battle Ross Chastain from the Cup Series for the win. Hill takes the lead in the final laps. Then when they come to the white flag, Hill, of course, is trying to hold him off. He's trying to be the king of superspeedway drafting. Then down the backstretch, Hill gets out to a little too big of a lead as Chastain gets a big run on him. Makes a move down low. Hill tries to block, but ends up getting run into and spun on the apron. And who takes advantage? Sheldon Creed. That's right. The same Sheldon Creed who finished second 15 times prior to his first career win. Creed finally got the job done as a result of the seas parting in front of him. And once again, the racing was fantastic. New track record at Atlanta for the series. 24 lead changes, but the jostling all throughout the pack was just cinema to watch. Now we go to the Cup Series. The Cup Series set a mark for the most lead changes in the first 2 races of any season. As of the conclusion of Atlanta, the Cup Series has already seen 122 lead changes between the Daytona 500 and the Atlanta race. That is the most all time through the first 2 races in a season. 57 lead changes in this Atlanta race alone, in just 260 laps of competition, plus overtime. Safe to say, that makes for great racing. A bit of a rarity took place throughout this race. See, normally we would see manufacturers and teammates within organizations working together throughout the race, but I didn't see a whole lot of that this time around. Teammates upon teammates or manufacturer teammates among each other. Every run that they were getting, most of the time they were taking them 3 wide to the inside to improve their track position. I've seen Shane Van Gisbergen do that to Ross Chastain and vice versa. And I've seen the Gibbs cars do that. Even 2311 was doing that to each other. And while the cautions don't exactly match what I'm about to say here, the racing was so good and it didn't even need a wreck fest to make it happen. Like, yeah, we had a few multi-car pileups, but on a general basis, it didn't need to be a demolition derby for it to be a good race. We had an 11-car pileup in the middle of the race. Yes, that's true. And yes, we went to 2 overtimes because of 2 different wrecks. That's true. But the overall racing product is what makes Atlanta arguably the best intermediate track on the schedule right now. At the end of the day, Tyler Reddick ended up going back-to-back, becoming the 6th driver in history to win the first 2 races in a Cup Series season. Most recently, Matt Kenseth did that in 2009. But I think one of the biggest outliers was the incredible rally that Shane Van Gisbergen had. Not once, but twice, the 97 Red Bull Chevy was seen sliding through the front stretch grass off of turn 4, whether if he got wrecked there or if he spun by himself. And yet, despite the 2 spins, the team did a great job of putting that car back together, and Van Gisbergen drove all the way up to a 6th place finish, which is his new career best oval finish in the Cup Series. And this is big for Shane because his main goal this season is to gain points throughout the season, especially as he continues to learn the ovals. But if this doesn't scream improvement from night to day on ovals, then I don't know what else will. Overall, Atlanta delivered once again. Great racing. It didn't need a demolition derby to make it happen either. But TV marketing needs to improve in the Truck Series. And also Tyler Reddick coming back with no right front fender remaining to win that race. That's pretty impressive as well. Well, that's going to do it for today. Leave a like, share this video, subscribe to this channel for more content, and leave a comment and tell me, what did you think of this past weekend at Atlanta? And stay tuned for the first edition of Fast Friday, which will come this Friday, as I give you a preview of what to expect from Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. See you on the road.